Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today we will get lost in the pages of Eragon by Christopher Paolini. Eragon by Christopher Paolini, published in 2002, is the first book in the acclaimed Inheritance Cycle series. It follows a farm boy, Eragon, who discovers a dragon egg, plunging him into a world of ancient magic, political intrigue, and the fight against tyranny. A tale of destiny and courage, the book weaves an epic fantasy adventure across the richly imagined land of Alagaësia. Plot summary. In the remote Palancar Valley, a young farm boy named Eragon embarks on a hunt in the mysterious Spine, an untamed mountain range rumored to harbor dark secrets. His routine pursuit of game takes an extraordinary turn when he stumbles upon a polished, sapphire blue stone. Intrigued and unable to leave it behind, he brings it home, hoping it might be valuable enough to buy food for his struggling family. But the stone's true nature soon reveals itself when it hatches, unveiling a dragon, a creature thought to have vanished from the world. The dragon, Saphira, bonds with Eragon through an ancient telepathic connection. With her arrival, Eragon becomes a dragon rider, an identity steeped in legend and long-buried history. Once protectors of peace, the riders were destroyed by one of their own, Galbatorix, who now rules as a cruel and omnipotent tyrant. Eragon's discovery does not go unnoticed. Deadly agents of the king, the Razak, descend upon the valley, leaving death and destruction in their wake. Eragon's uncle, Garrow, is mortally wounded in the attack, leaving the boy consumed with grief and a burning desire for vengeance. Fleeing his home with Saphira, Eragon joins Brom, the village storyteller, who reveals himself to be much more than he seemed. A former dragon rider, Brom becomes Eragon's mentor, teaching him the art of swordsmanship, the fundamentals of magic, and the storied history of the riders. As they travel, Eragon grapples with the burden of his new identity, the weight of Brom's teachings, and the pursuit of the Razak. Their journey leads them to Yazuak, a town ravaged by Urgles, brutish creatures allied with Galbatorix. Eragon witnesses firsthand the devastation wrought by the king's forces and realizes the stakes of the battle ahead. In the ruins of Yazuak, he employs magic for the first time, discovering its power and peril. Brom's guidance becomes invaluable as Eragon begins to understand the discipline required to wield such abilities. In Tirm, a bustling coastal city, they meet Jode, an old friend of Brom's, who provides critical information about the Razak's whereabouts. They uncover that the Razak are based in the grim city of Drosleona, home to the king's loyalists and shadowed by the ominous Helgrind Mountains. On the road to Drosleona, Brom's enigmatic past becomes increasingly apparent, but his wisdom and strength remain a beacon for Eragon. The confrontation with the Razak in Drosleona takes a dark turn. Brom sacrifices himself to save Eragon, revealing in his dying moments that his own dragon was killed by Galbatorix's forces. Heartbroken but resolved, Eragon buries his mentor and vows to continue the fight. He is joined by Murtagh, a skilled warrior with a mysterious past, who aids him as they flee Drosleona. Their journey takes them to Gilead, where Eragon is captured and imprisoned. In the dungeons, he encounters Arya, the elf who had transported Saphira's egg before its fateful arrival in the Spine. Poisoned and near death, Arya reveals she sent the egg away to protect it from Galbatorix. With Murtagh and Saphira's help, Eragon escapes, carrying the unconscious Arya with him. As they travel across Alagaësia, Eragon learns more about the resistance against Galbatorix, a group called the Varden. Guided by Arya's telepathic directions, they make the perilous journey to the Bayor Mountains, where the Vardent's stronghold lies hidden. Along the way, Eragon grapples with his growing responsibilities, the bond he shares with Saphira, and his developing feelings for Arya. At last, they arrive at Trondheim, a massive underground city of the dwarves and the Varden. Eragon is introduced to Ajihad, the leader of the resistance, who explains the delicate political balance among humans, dwarves, and elves. Despite his inexperience, Eragon is hailed as a symbol of hope, the first new dragon rider in decades. He begins to train for the battles to come, sharpening his skills in magic and combat under the watchful eyes of his new allies. The peace is shattered when Galbatorix's forces, led by the monstrous Urgles, launch a brutal assault on the Vardent stronghold. In the climactic battle under Farthendur, Eragon faces Durza, a shade whose dark magic and malevolence make him a formidable foe. The battle is fierce, testing the limits of Eragon's courage and abilities. With Saphira's help and a stroke of desperate brilliance, Eragon slays Durza, shattering the Urgles' morale and forcing them to retreat. The cost of victory is high, leaving Eragon scarred both physically and emotionally. As the Varden and their allies mourn their losses, Eragon reflects on his role in the struggle against Galbatorix. Guided by a cryptic telepathic message from a mysterious figure, he resolves to travel to the Elves' homeland to complete his training and fully embrace his destiny as a rider. With Saphira by his side, Eragon steps into the unknown, his path fraught with danger but illuminated by the hope of a free Alagaësia. That's all for now. The journey through the Inheritance Cycle series doesn't end here. Check out the rest of the series by Christopher Paolini. You know where to find them. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in Christopher Paolini's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.